And this portion of the podcast is brought to you by Bevel. Tired of hiding away from the world because of those nasty razor bumps and ingrowns? No more. The Bevel Shave System is the first and only shaving kit designed for people with coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. And with Father's Day around the bend, you can surprise Pops with the ultimate gift in personal care. Bevel. That's right. Get $30 off a 90-day supply of the Bevel Shave System when you visit getbevel.com/KC Crew. All right. Again, that's /KC Crew. It's time for Dad to start shaving smarter with Bevel. What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy.
And I am Gia Casey.
And this is another edition of the KC Crew.
Welcome.
Now, shout out to everybody that follows and supports. We definitely appreciate it, whether it's on the Instagram, Twitter, DMs, emails. However you can get in touch with us, we definitely appreciate it. We appreciate all the love when we're out and about. Thank you so much.
So can I ask you a question?
What?
Do you appreciate it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Everybody that hits us on the email, thekccrew@gmail.com. That's THEE.
Why don't you tell them one more time?
@gmail.com.
Tell them one more time how much you appreciate it.
I definitely appreciate it. You ass. Also, everybody that picks up, that hits us on the email, thekccrew.com, and picks out the merchandise, whether it's the shirts, the hats, the socks, we definitely
appreciate it.
I didn't say appreciate. I said appreciative that time.
Okay.
The other day we were in the city and I don't even know where we were. I think on 14th Street, and we were driving and somebody yelled over. I think they was walking across.
Oh, we were in meatpacking. We were going down.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, there's like a bridge, like an overpass on one of the streets, and we were in a convertible, and they were like yelling down from over the overpass. We both put our heads all the way up, and they're like, "Hi, how are you?" It was like, "Hey." It was so nice.
So let's keep it moving before they spit on us.
Yeah, and then you went under the tunnel. I was like, "Why'd you speed up?" He was like, "What if we said something that offended them and they want to spit on us?"
Yeah, just in case.
So there's something really wrong with you.
Just protecting us, protecting our foreheads. Well, this week we are actually in St. Martin.
Yes.
On vacation, the whole family, and when we go on vacation, it's always a project.
Project.
It's always project. Project.
Okay, why?
Because packing is just fucking insane. Like whether it's Brooklyn needs a hairpiece and she needs this and
like
she
a
needs
bow.
that.
It's called a bow.
Oh, you know what I meant.
Uh-huh.
London needs this and London needs that and Jackson needs this and Jackson needs that and Logan needs this. And now Logan got cornrows for the first time, so he had to get his hair braided. And then you got your hair braided.
And Madison got her hair braided.
Right. And then we had to schedule barber appointments. And then I'm an Uber driver, so it's, hey, you got to run to the mall because Madison doesn't have a pair of sunglasses. Then I had to drive to the mall to get sunglasses. Oh, wait, baby, you got to go to the mall because this one needs gold sandals, and I got to jet to the mall to get some gold
Baby, can you go to Target because we need swim Pampers for Brookie?
Go get some swim Pampers. Then I got to go get swim Pampers. Oh, you need some suntan lotion, sunscreen. Oh.
Yeah, but you came back with 50 and we need 100 for the babies.
See, it's just, I am so glad that packing and all that bullshit is over because I am tired of driving around.
Yes, I've been running his ass for the last 2 weeks.
Yes, it's been too much, but vacation is very, very nice, very, very beautiful.
Yes, I anticipate having a very good time.
Yes, absolutely.
It's going to be nice, but it's been a lot of preparation in the making.
You and that bullshit preparation. Yes, the bags open in the room. There's, oh my gosh, you fold everything so neatly and so nicely. I'm a man.
See, but the way that you pack is so disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the clothes.
No, it's underwear.
Yeah, it's just,
you put
it's
your
not
underwear and you put your socks inside your sneakers. You put your tank tops and wife beaters inside your sneakers, and you pack it and you go.
No, but you don't even. You barely even fold. You just throw things in a bag.
You gotta iron it when you get there anyway.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
If you pack it properly and fold it with tissue paper, if you steam it before you pack it and then fold it with tissue paper, then you don't have to iron it. When I do, I make the time so that when we get there and we want to get up and take our showers and get out, we don't have to sit there with an iron or a steamer. The way you throw things in a bag is just completely disrespectful, and it's not called for.
Does it get the stuff to the place, the destination?
Yes, but then there's like an hour of steaming and ironing.
Not an hour steaming. When I take a shower.
To steam everything that you, and a lot of the things that you have are very dense fabric that don't get straightened just with a steamer. It needs a hot iron.
Well, what you do is you take a hot shower. When you're taking a hot shower,
do you just hear what I said? I said steam doesn't always work because a lot of your clothing is heavy, like thick cotton and whatnot. It may loosen the wrinkles, but it's not perfect.
Well, do you love me if I have wrinkles, or do you love me if I don't have wrinkles?
But the camera might not. You might screw up my pictures because you have wrinkles in your clothes, and then I have to put you out and then make you the cameraman, and then you sit there with a puppy dog face because you're not in the picture.
And I'm tired of being your cameraman. Like 30 days and 30 shoes.
Well, I don't want you to be the cameraman. I want you to be in the picture. I want you to be in the picture, so I need your clothes to be straight, and I need you to be presentable. So when you go upstairs, I need you to pack your stuff decently.
No, I'm not packing decently.
Dude, I have 6 people to pack for. So I'm going to pack for us, and you're going to need to pack for you. I packed your swimsuits.
Madison packed
and your coordinating t-shirts. Your night clothes, your dinner clothes, you're going to have to pack that. Don't look at me like that.
All right.
Nyite.
Well.
Nyite isn't a word.
Nyite.
Nyite.
Well, I was thinking, right? I've been thinking. Right? I don't know if I want to say this to you.
You don't know if you want to. You say everything to me. And why are you looking up in the left corner of the room?
Because I'm thinking.
You can't look at me and think?
No, because if I tell you something, it's like telling a kid something on Christmas or telling a kid something. You like, if we tell one of our kids, you know what, we're going to get you a dog. That kid is going to be like, where's my dog? Where's my dog? We're going to get a dog. I want a dog. You said a dog. You did say a dog. Daddy, you said a dog. When are we going to get a dog?
We getting a dog?
I was thinking about getting a dog.
We're not getting a dog. So wait, this is really about a dog?
No, I just want to throw that out there, see what you said. I really want a dog.
We're not getting a dog.
Nice little German
Ever.
Shepherd.
We are never getting a dog.
All right. F you then.
Hold on. Excuse you?
What?
Take that back.
What?
Take that back. I didn't like that.
What? What did I say?
Just take it back. I just didn't like it.
What did I say?
You just said F you then.
What?
You didn't even realize that you said it.
Forgive you then. Because you don't want me to have a dog, so forgive you.
Okay, as long as you clean that up.
What's wrong with you?
I just don't have to knock you out.
You thought I was cursing at you?
Sometimes it's cute and funny. It makes me laugh.
You're my queen.
Sometimes it's uncalled for.
You're my queen.
And then I feel like I gotta take the headphones off and come across the room.
You're my queen.
Okay, continue. What are you looking over there for? What do you got to tell me?
I was thinking.
I'm over here. Can you look at me? You're throwing me off.
I was thinking we maybe should think about having another baby. Maybe. Because look, this is what I was thinking, right? The other day I was chilling, minding my business, right?
Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me just make sure I heard you right.
I don't know if I'm high.
Wait, you might be high. You might be high. You might have had a few shots before you came in this room.
No, I haven't.
Hold on a minute.
Drinking yet. But listen, this is what I was thinking.
Let me just make sure I'm clear. Mm-hmm. And you're going to spring this on me here now? Like while we're on the microphone?
Listen. This
could have taken place in our bedroom in like a private moment.
Well, this is private. Nobody else is here. It's just me and you.
And like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of other people.
Yeah, well, they're there too. But listen, this is what I was thinking, right?
Wait, you're serious?
I said, listen. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Wait, are you serious though? Just look me in the eye. I just need a moment. Are you serious?
Listen. So the other
Can you look at me? Why are you looking over there?
I'm thinking. That's why. Listen to my rationale.
Go ahead.
The other day, right? I was in the film room chilling, minding my business, watching the game, right? Mm-hmm. And Brooklyn was on the floor crawling. Mm-hmm. And she she crawled over to me. And she grabbed my leg and she pulled herself up and then she looked at me and said, "Dada, dada, dada, dada." Like her little chant, like she chants like she's on a team and she's cheering for me, right? And at that moment right there, I was like, this is gonna be the last one.
Mm-hmm. I've had a few moments like that.
And I thought to myself, I like that chair.
Mm-hmm.
And
the other one might not cheer for you though.
Oh, they will definitely.
I'm just saying, the other one might not cheer for you. If you're doing this all for a cheer, you might be disappointed.
So listen, so the baby was cheering and smiling in my face, and I was like, wow. I was like, this is like a little conceited moment. I was like, we make some cute babies. I was like,
why aren't you looking at me?
Because I'm thinking, this is how I was imagining.
Okay.
And I was like, wow. I was like, to stop here would be an injustice to the world.
Stupid.
I was like, we might want to have another baby. Let's like go out on an even number. And I was like, damn, when I get old, one of these kids got to take care of me.
At least one of them.
One of them got to make it big. So what happens if the 5 that we have don't?
This little one might be the one that comes through.
This one might be the one that comes through. So as Brookie was holding on my leg, going, Daddy, Daddy.
No, it's not Daddy.
It's Dad, cheering for me. I'm like, I think I want another baby. And when I said that to myself, Brooklyn was cheering for me. Dad, 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 Dad. And I was like, wow. So I was like, well, let me think about it. What are the pros and cons with having another child?
All right, let's go through. If we're having this out loud, let's go through this.
I was like, one, they don't have a vehicle big enough to drive to put all the kids in one car.
Wait. Do we? Hold on. Right now, can we put everybody in the car?
Hell fucking no.
It's not even possible, right? Because we usually do bring 2 cars, but if push came to shove, could we?
No, we got to tie a leash to one of the kids and hang them out the back and drag them to our destination.
Okay.
That wasn't what I was thinking, though. But I was like, wow, 6 is a lot. I was like, because with 6, that's 6 college educations, that's 6 cars where they turn of age, that's
But hold on, let me interrupt you there.
That's 6
hold on.
What?
When I think of our kids, I don't think of it as 5 kids. I think of it as 2 kids and 3 kids, if that makes sense, because Madison and Logan are teenagers, and then the other 3 are, between toddler age and a baby. Mm-hmm. So when you say 5 college tuitions right now, that's not 5 college tuitions at one time.
See, me and you think differently.
It's going to be Madison and Logan's college tuitions that are going to coincide with a space of 2 years between. So there'll be 2 years where both of them are in college at the same time. Then we have a good number of years before the other 3 will start preparing for college.
Right.
So it's not like 5 at one time. I wouldn't want to have 5 kids under the age of 7. Do you know what I mean? Because then everything hits you at the same time. Especially right now, private schools are so expensive. And to have 5 kids in private school, because even, at kindergarten age, there are a lot of schools here in Jersey and a lot of them in the city where a preschool tuition, kindergarten tuition could be $30,000 a year. So you don't want to have all of that at the same time. You know what I mean?
See, for
but
me, I don't look
2
at it like
and
that.
3 is different than 5.
Nah, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like it's going to be a big expense for all 6 regardless, whether it's college, high school.
But if you have 8 years in between to prepare for the remaining 3, and I mean, we've done that. We've prepared for their college tuitions and, high school tuitions and everything. So we've been responsible enough in a sense. So that shouldn't really be an issue. Right now, the issue would be, okay, doing that for 1 more, which with good preparation should be something feasible.
Yeah, I don't see. I thought about all that and I was like, wow, it could be a lot. It could be a lot of, Wednesdays is tough on us.
Wednesdays is tough.
Wednesdays the day
but not really, because we do have a supplemental nanny that comes in on Wednesday.
It's difficult. And I was thinking, do I care that much about the difficulty over seeing another happy little smiley,
little Casey,
joyous face?
Another little chew.
It's nothing better than having that happiness and that love around you. I feel like every time I see our kids, instead of getting older, I get younger. Mm-hmm. I feel like every time that I jump in a trampoline and, take the kids for the ride, like, we have a 2-year-old. His name is Jackson.
You have to think about it.
I did have to think about it. And he loves cars. Every time I come home, he runs in the front and he just wants to drive our vehicle.
He's
in
the window. Then he comes out the door.
Runs outside. He drives the steering wheel. Like, I love that, But then I love our oldest boy, Logan, who is a beast on the football field and just a smart ass kid. Whether he's selling slime or he's working on his Spanish homework or whatever it is, he's just a smart kid. Or I look at Madison, who teaches herself how to play the piano. you know? And when I see teaches herself, she can hear any song on the radio and replay it and duplicate.
Well, she plays by ear.
Right, which is amazing. Like,
she doesn't have to read music.
She said she wanted to be a producer, and she was like, Dad, can you help me?
When did she say that? That's news to me.
A while ago. This was about maybe 2-3 weeks ago. She said she wanted to be a producer. And she said, she knows when I was younger, I used to make beats.
Right.
And I said, okay. I just shrugged it off like, yeah, whatever. And she actually downloaded the software herself and started making beats on her own laptop. And I was
she showed me the program today, but I didn't know that she actually thought about doing that as a profession,
which is crazy. She's playing the piano.
I thought she wanted to be a doctor. Now she wants to be a producer.
I don't know what the fuck she wants to do, but I just want her to be happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she's happy doing it. And if she's happy, I'm happy.
Right. Right.
That's the whole thing. So I was thinking, and I was like, why not? And then the fucked up thing about our relationship is we don't necessarily think a lot.
Okay.
We don't sit there and be like, what should we do? We're more like, fuck it, let's do it and let's figure it out later.
Is that the response that you're expecting from me when it comes to this?
I know you don't give a fuck. I know you're like, hey, whatever you want to do, fuck it, let's do it and figure it out later. That's your response to everything. So I know it's, I know you don't care, that's per se. And to have another smiley, joyous, happy little creature running around our house is always an addition and a plus. So what do you think? Because I'm like, for us, all it is just letting go. And that's in all forms. When I bust off, just let go. Or just let this, what? That's how you have a baby.
Why are you so stupid? Like, why do you just have to? That's the sound that it makes when it happens?
I'm a sharpshooter. Ping, 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 ping.
Okay. I'll listen out for that noise next time.
So I was thinking like, hey, like this, let's do it. What do you think?
I thought we said no more kids. That's what I thought. I thought we were done.
I mean, we said no more cars, no more bags, no more shoes, no more sneakers. We said a whole lot of lot of shit.
So we just talk just to be talking.
Pretty much.
That's what it is. I don't know. I'm smiling and I'm happy inside because it's just endearing to hear you talk about the kids that way.
I love my babies.
No, I know, but as much as you talk about them, which is every day, it always puts a smile on my face.
And then it's my little Lundy Chew that I love so much. That's my little BFF.
No, that's my little BFF.
That's my little
Don't
baby.
Infringe upon my relationship with my little spesh.
That's my little baby girl. So it's like just having these relationships with these kids, and there's so many different personalities, and they all love their dad, but they all love their dad
so much
in
happiness.
Different ways.
Yeah, they're so different,
and it's fun. It's like to see. I don't know. It's I love my babies, and and even though it's difficult, it's hard, but I love them. What do you think?
I don't know. A lot is going through my mind right now.
Okay.
So when we said no more babies, why did we say no more babies? We're like, all right, we're done.
Because five is
done.
Five is a lot of kids. 5 is a lot of anything.
A lot of it.
You have 5 pieces of shrimp. It's a lot of shrimp. You have 5 strawberries. That's a lot of strawberries. You have 5 pieces of anything. It's a lot. Like most people get like 1 or 2, but 5? Shit.
Okay, so you don't think that it's too much right now? Do you think that we'll be overwhelmed with 6?
Hell yeah, we were overwhelmed with 5. So, I mean, what's another one to throw in the pot? It's not like...
Do you think that we'd be able to give each one enough attention?
No.
Okay, that's not a good answer.
I mean...
So we're going to be neglecting 1 or 2 of them in the interim?
Not that we're going to be neglecting. And it's always difficult to give every child 100% at all the time.
But I think we do a pretty damn good job.
I mean, we do a great job, and we do a great job of mixing it and bringing everybody together to do it. But I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, well, we can give every child 100% all the time. That's impossible. Even if we have 1 child, it's impossible to give that 1 child 100% of our effort and time. So to have 5 kids, yeah, it's going to be difficult. We're going to feel more like an Uber driver at times. But I think the love that we give these kids and the love that we spread out there to the world, I think is way worth it. All right? Don't you agree?
No, I definitely agree.
You think your vag could pop out 1 more?
I'm sure it's capable.
Okay. As long as you can pop out 1 more. I think I could shoot up the club 1 more time.
Great. It's awesome. Wow. I'm a little bit like in the fray right now because you haven't given me any inclination that you wanted to have another baby. Like I was under the impression that we were done. Like when people say, you know, do you want one more? You can have another one. And I'm just like, oh no, we're done. Like that's it. And the strange thing is that so many people close to us and complete strangers have predicted that we would have one more to make it 6.
My mother even says even number. Even number.
Right. Yeah, your mom keeps telling me, you're going to have one more. You may not know it right now, but you're going to have one more. I'm like, no, Mom, I'm done. We're done. You don't even understand. We're done. And she's like, no, you may not know it, but I know it. You're going to have one more.
Right.
You know, and even my mom, who has dementia and can't remember 5 minutes before, present time, when she asked me about the kids, I'm like, oh, no, remember, Mama, we have 5. She's like, oh, you're going to have one more.
Yeah,
and even just people that I meet in passing that, I might have a short discussion with or something. They're like, I think you can have one more. I see you with 6. I see you with another boy. And it's just like, wow, to me, it's strange when people say that because I'm like, oh, none of you really understand. Like, we're really done, So you coming at me like from left field right now, my head is kind of spinning.
And the only thing I really want to know is, do you mind if we have sex while I wear socks?
What the hell are you talking? Like,
I've been Googling and they say,
what?
If you want a boy, you should wear socks when you have sex.
What's the logic behind that?
I don't know. Nobody has logic.
You didn't read on? You didn't read to the second paragraph?
I definitely didn't read to the second paragraph.
You just left it there.
They said...
You don't want to know why.
I don't.
Sidebar.
What?
That you're such a simpleton in some ways. For you, the only thing that matters is the bottom line.
Exactly.
Like, you don't care about the where, the why, the when, the how, the if.
No.
You just want to know, hey, like, what's my bottom line?
Right. If I want a boy...
So socks during sex, I'm done. Yeah. I don't need to know if it... sends a signal to the sperm. I
don't know why.
Are you Googling it right now?
No. They said I was actually looking for where
he pulled out his phone. I don't even get it.
I can't find it. But they said if you want a boy,
So
wear
you
socks.
went so far as to Google all this stuff before you even brought it to my attention.
I was just curious. That's all I wanted to know. I was just curious. I wanted to see if it works.
So do you want a boy that bad?
I don't care what we get.
As long as it's healthy.
Right, but I wouldn't mind a boy.
Okay. Would you prefer a boy over a girl right now? Just to keep it even?
I would want it to keep it even, but I'm not going to lie. Girls are more loving, Well,
are they? No.
Absolutely.
No, they might be more loving to you.
To me, I mean, my girls love me. They kiss their daddy, rub their daddy's back.
The boys and the girls are both equally loving towards me. The girls might be more loving towards you because you're harder on the boys.
I am.
So, yeah, well, I mean, that doesn't have to do with sex. That just has to do with you.
Right. Okay. Well, so are we agreeing we're going to knock this out?
So you want an answer right now? I thought this was just a proposal.
No, I mean, why not? What? No, answer now, motherfucker. I mean, I didn't mean motherfucker like that, but answer now, motherfucker.
See, that was the type of MFer that kind of made me chuckle. Like, I wasn't offended by that one. You want to answer right now? Like, right now? Right now. Like, you're looking at me with that anticipatory face.
We're about to go on vacation. I want to know if I should bring my sexy
I'm not ovulating boxes on vacation.
How do you know?
Because I know when I ovulate. Remember, like, every time that we got pregnant prior, we used an ovulation kit. So I've been trained to know when I ovulate.
But when you ovulate?
Dude, I mean, people don't need to know when I'm ovulating.
Oh.
But it's not this upcoming week.
Are we going to do this?
I don't know.
Yes or no? Come on, I ain't got time to play with you. Yes or no?
Because you know what? Wait, so you want to get pregnant now? Like, you don't want to wait 6 months?
I don't want to get pregnant now. I mean, you might as well pop it out now. We got things to do, people to see, places to go. Let's dock this.
So you want me to get pregnant like now, ish?
Well, I mean,
like the next time I ovulate, you legit really?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. What do you think?
I haven't really thought about being pregnant for the next 9 months.
Let's just say yes.
I haven't
Let's just say yes. Let's just do it. Hey, hey.
I'm gonna give you a soft yes right now.
Well, this is all hard over here, so it's gonna be.
You never miss an opportunity.
It's gonna be a hard yes or a soft no. Which one you want?
I'm gonna give you I have to give you. I haven't thought. Like, we haven't thought. I want to have a little bit more planning. I want to go through a little bit more of the planning phase in my mind.
Why does it matter? Plan what? What do you want to plan?
Because I have to think about what we have going on, because Madison's trip in November, like I have to do the math right now. 9 months. Where are we? We're in May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December,
Give me
January,
about 5 months.
February.
Yeah, you about 5 months.
Oh no, so then we'll be okay to travel.
Okay, so let's do this. I don't want to plan it out. All right, that's it. Enough's enough. When next time we have sex, it's going deep inside and bong. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to be like, congratulations, you're pregnant. I'm going to roll over and go to sleep. So are we in agreement?
Okay.
That was easy.
Okay.
Congratulations, you're about to be a mom again. What's wrong with you?
You're just so stupid. That's why. Like, what do you want me to do? All I can do is sit here and laugh.
All right. Well, now
we got to move on to something else. I can't be clear-minded for the rest of this podcast.
Well, think babies. All right. Now, let's get to the email of the week.
Oh, we're just going to go to the email of the week right now?
Unless you want to have a baby right now. Which one you want?
I'm not ovulating.
We got to practice. Let's practice.
Dude, we have enough practice. Yes.
All right. Well, let's go to the email of the week. All right.
Okay.
Hey guys, my name is John and I listen to the podcast each and every week and I love you guys. Gia, I love the way you say awesome. How do you say awesome?
I don't know.
Oh. Now,
I'm going to be giddy for the rest of this podcast. I don't even know if I'm going to be myself.
Okay. Awesome. Now, I'm having a problem with my 8-year-old. He watches a lot of videos and loves Lil Uzi Vert and Young Thug. The problem is the other day he came in the room and he was wearing his mom's blouse. And I thought it was a little funny. But he said his favorite rappers wear the same thing. What should I do? What do you think?
About her 8-year-old wearing
his 8-year-old, yeah.
Oh, it's a he. Mm-hmm. What's his name?
John.
Okay. About his 8-year-old wanting to wear women's clothing.
Now, let me say this. The other day, this was a big discussion, and people have been talking about this a lot. That's probably why he sent the email. Rappers, Lil Uzi Vert, Young Thug, Pharrell, and a lot of people have been wearing a lot of women's clothes.
Hold on. Has Pharrell been wearing women's clothes or brands that women typically wear? Well, because I know that he's the forefront of Chanel right now.
Right, he wears women's clothes.
But Chanel makes men's clothes. Point in case, we went shopping the other day and the sales associate brought out a Chanel long blazer for you.
That was a women's blazer.
That was not a woman's blazer.
That was cut like a women's blazer on the shoulders.
It was cut like a woman's blazer and it had a woman's neckline, but that was absolutely a men's blazer. Chanel makes men's clothes now.
Yeah, I don't know.
So is the problem that he wants to wear female inspired clothing or women's clothing? Because there's a difference.
I think he wants to wear female, maybe inspired clothes. Well, this is the thing. Looking at some of the rappers and some of the things that they do. When I first seen the rappers wear blouses and women's clothes, and I even seen Young Thug wearing a Chanel bag, a pocketbook.
Oh, you were talking about that. You were explaining.
Right. When I seen him wear it, I was like, this is strange.
But that was the big story. This is
a little weird.
Young Thug wore the same bag that you actually got me for one of the presents you got me for Mother's Day.
Right. But then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, whatever you want to wear to be free, wear to be free.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't care. If you want to wear a blouse, wear a blouse. If you want to wear high heels, wear high heels. If you want to wear whatever you want to wear, if you want to express yourself in that way, do it. You know,
right.
As a kid, we used to watch Prince and Prince used to wear high heels.
Absolutely.
He used to wear makeup. He used to wear
buttless pants.
But as a child, my pops made fun of him. My pops made fun of Prince. He definitely did. We listened to his music, but we made fun of him, you know, and we called him a bunch of words and a bunch of names. But that's what it was. You wanted to be free, and we were gonna make fun of you.
Okay.
So I that's what I think. If that's what you're asking, John. But there's a big but.
Mm-hmm. A big but.
The but is those kids that are out there, not my kids. Right? It's easy for me to say, hey, I don't care what you wear. Be free. Do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy to say. But now, put it in your household.
Okay.
All right, my 13-year-old son, Logan, comes up to me and says, yo, Pop. I'm like, what's up? Yo, can you buy me a Chanel bag? And I'm like, oh, you word? A Chanel book bag? You want to wear a Chanel book bag? He's like, nah, I want to wear a pocketbook like Mom. I'm not buying it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not any other reason. It's because I don't think a boy should wear a pocketbook unless...
Why not? Because there are men that wear bags.
Right.
And they put their personal effects in them. And depending on how they rock it, it can look, how do I put this, socially acceptable without there being a throwaway to what their sexual orientation is.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There are straight men that wear bags in a way that look straight. So let's put it that way.
So you wouldn't have a problem.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then there are, but see, because those are more bags that are made for men. I think the thing with Young Thug is that he was wearing a Chanel boy bag with LED lights that lit up and it said Chanel. So it was more of a flamboyant kind of style, even for a woman. When you gave me that bag, I looked at it and I said, that is the most obnoxious thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, but I love it. So that was a female bag.
Let's take it out of Young Thug and take it out of these rappers. Let's talk about John's kid, because...
But I'm pointing out the difference. Because my point is that I don't necessarily, and I'm just talking about the way society tends to look at things. I don't necessarily think that the problem, or, when it comes to men wearing bags or purses, I don't think, as a matter of fact, let's put it that way. I don't think that society really has a problem with men wearing bags or holding a bag to put their things in, as opposed to men wearing purses. Do you see what I mean? There's a difference. One looks a little bit more masculine. One looks a little bit more feminine.
I don't know. I don't want my son wearing a pocketbook. That's.
But what if he wore a bag? Or if he carried a bag? See, if you're wearing a purse, it might be one thing. If you're carrying a bag, it might be something else.
Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, they make pocketbooks for women.
No, but there are things like, okay, for instance, what about when men are going on like maybe a day trip or something, and they carry a bag in their hand?
A backpack.
No, not a backpack. It doesn't have two straps that go around your back. They carry a bag in their hand. That doesn't
briefcase.
It's not a briefcase. It is a bag. Think about some men that wear the Hermes HAC bag. That big, it's like a biggish bag.
Right.
You've seen that, and you've said to me that it looks kind of dope.
Right.
So that is an example of a man carrying a bag as opposed to a man wearing a purse.
Right. But men are wearing purses now.
This is my point that I just tried to make, that you're like, nah, that's not what I'm talking about. Then you're trying to take it away from that. And that's my point. One looks more feminine.
Right.
One looks more masculine.
Correct.
For me, I truly believe in to each their own. Express yourself, wear what makes you feel comfortable, be an individual, be you, forget about what anybody else thinks.
That's great.
Because a purse, wonderful. A bag, whatever, it's functional. Women carry purses because it is functional. We don't want our pockets bulging out to here or there. A lot of the clothing that we wear don't have pockets. It's very useful. So if you look at a man carrying a bag, I think in not too long, I think it'll be standard and customary for men to carry bags, because carrying a bag, regardless of your sex, makes sense.
So what's next?
And things just have to, sometimes society is behind. Sometimes, people like the people that we're describing right now have the foresight to say, you know what? I don't care about what society thinks. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to let society catch up. And oftentimes, society catches up. And then, these people are sitting back like, I spearheaded this idea.
So what's next? Lipstick? What's next? Makeup?
Who knows?
What's next? Heels?
Who knows? But I don't care. So people need to do what they want to do. You can't be at the mercy of other people's opinions.
I agree.
And as far as our son...
Now, yes, our son comes in the room and says, hey, Mom, can I wear this blouse tomorrow?
Well, let's talk about John first before we talk about Logan. John said that his son wants to wear clothing like that because he's inspired by some of the musicians that he listens to.
Correct.
See, John, I'm suspecting that that probably worries him because he's looking at it as an indication as to his child's sexual orientation. And maybe that's why he may not feel as comfortable with it. But it may have nothing to do with the child's sexual orientation. And if he did, that shouldn't be a problem either. But if it's a problem for him, that's one thing. But it may not be. It may just be that the kid is looking at someone that he looks up to and he's saying, I want to try something like what this person is trying.
Right.
I might want to wear a blouse. I might want my pants to be better fitting or tighter fitting. I just like that look. And you know what, Pop? Can you buy me a few things like this?
See, that's the problem.
I think his father's probably scared. John, you're scared.
I don't care about my son's sexual orientation, what he likes, what he doesn't like. Whatever he likes or whatever he's into, that's fine. I support him regardless.
But you don't support him wearing women's clothes if he wants to?
I don't. But this is the reason why I think I don't. I'm explaining to you. When I was a teen, right, and I wore 6X t-shirts, right?
You looked ridiculous.
I looked ridiculous.
Because you were 130 pounds.
But my dad told me I looked ridiculous and he wouldn't buy me 6X t-shirts because he was like, you look like a effing idiot.
Okay.
Right? And I was like, no, Dad, this is what I want. This is what I like. This is what I want, right? It's the same thing now. Now these teens and these younger adults want to wear women's clothes, but they are women's clothes. Like, they are blouses. They have wide necks and shoulder pads. Like, these are not costumes. These are not things meant to wear for men, in my opinion.
Meant to is subjective. The world is changing, and people are catching on right now. I just think that it's nice that the world is freer.
Right.
And people are more inclined to do the things that make them happy and make them individuals. And
so you wouldn't mind if your son wanted to wear your blouse?
It would be a change. It would be shocking. But if he was expressing his own individuality, then I'd be like, all right, let's go to Zara. I would support him. I'm not going to dampen the things that he wants to do and the way that he wants to present himself to the world because it's his life and it's his presentation.
I get what you're saying.
It's not mine. So I had my chance to do what the hell I wanted to do. And you know what? I did it.
So what's your advice to John? Allow your son to wear blouses and heels and lipstick and all that?
Okay, so he didn't say lipstick.
I'm just asking. Like,
okay,
if that could be the next step.
At 8 years old, his son may be a little young to thoroughly be able to express his individuality if John feels that way. If John is so against it, you give the kid maybe till he's 13. Once he's 13, the kid knows exactly who he wants to be. He's gotten his inside figured out. He knows who he is and what he wants to do, how he wants to present himself. At 13, maybe if John wants to guide him respectfully and responsibly or delve a little bit more into why he wants to dress this way, figure his kid out. And if it's his child's own brainchild, then I say you let him do what he wants to do. But he can guide him, but as long as it comes from a good, non-judgmental, non-homophobic place.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
What do you think? Honestly.
I mean, what you're saying is right, and I agree with what you're saying.
But sometimes we don't do the right thing. We just do.
No, it's not that. But it is sometimes I think as a father, I look at it as a selfish position, and maybe I shouldn't. You know, I just wouldn't want my son walking out the house with a blouse on. I mean, it just sounds and feels awkward, you know, even though, yes, it's his right. He should be free and he should do what he wants to do. And, you know, and you want to express himself and he should be able to express himself any way he wants. I think that, you know.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
So years ago, and I'm not talking about just when we were teens, but years ago, it was more so the style and what was acceptable to wear jeans that weren't fitted. Jeans that were big and baggy, jeans that are low hanging, jeans that didn't fit.
Correct.
And then some men started wearing nice, tighter fitting jeans.
Slimmer jeans, correct.
Yes. And you see that they receive so much flack for it. I would say maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago, a lot of flack. Then as more men started wearing fitting jeans, including yourself, it's a lot more acceptable. But the people that spearheaded that idea were, labeled all types of weird things. Right? But now it's acceptable to the point that even you're doing that.
Correct.
So what I'm saying is that maybe men, boys, whatever, wearing clothing that might be blouse inspired.
Okay.
It just, they just might be ahead of the curve. Do you understand? It might just be a style.
I understand what you're saying.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because if 6 years ago I tried to hold up a pair of tight or slim fitting jeans to you and say, babe, these are dope, maybe you should think about wearing them or change your wardrobe up a little bit, you would have looked at me like bleep no.
Okay. I agree with what you're saying. And maybe I got to look at things a little differently. So maybe you are right.
Maybe.
Well, John, good luck. I mean, good luck. I mean, maybe what you should do, John, is maybe you should wear blouses with him so he feels more comfortable, so that if he...
John's not going to do that. That's bad advice, right? Okay, yeah. So
just listen to Gia. Just support him.
John's not buying a blouse for himself. I saw where you're going with that.
Support him.
Try to be positive. Yeah, I like it.
I tried. Good luck, John. That's all I can say. Good luck, John. All right. Well... Today's podcast is brought to you by Bevel, the first and only shaving system designed for people with coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. Up to 80% of black men and women experience razor bumps, and up to 30% of all men and women experience razor bumps too. You don't have to be a part of that statistic, all right? Just get smarter and shave smarter with Bevel. 9 out of 10 Bevel customers continue to come back because they see results. A clean shave that leaves their skin smooth and reduces razor bumps and irritation. Now, Father's Day is coming up soon. What's the perfect gift? Bevel. Surprise him with his first bump-free shave by getting him a Bevel. Right now, you can get $30 off a 90-day supply of Bevel shaving system when you visit getbevel.com/KCCrew. To save $30 on a 90-day supply of the Bevel shaving system, get the gift of a smooth, bump-free shave with Bevel. Getbevel.com/KCCrew. Now let's get to the argument of the week.
Let's go.
All right. Now, this comes from TT. TT is her nickname, I guess. She just said, call me TT. Hey, guys, I listen to the podcast every week, and I love you guys. I love your advice. Envy, you're just a little wild when it comes to your advice sometimes. I always listen to Gia, never to you. TT, F you. Just joking, TT. Just joking.
He's a little free with that, TT.
All right. Now, I have a 3-year-old that is uncontrollable. He does what he wants. He talks back. He screams. He yells, and is getting to the point I don't know what to do with him. His dad told me that I should beat him and pop him more.
Wow.
But I don't want to. I feel like if I pop him, if I hit him, he might use that aggression to other kids in school. Hey, have you guys ever had a kid that didn't listen, that you had a problem with, and what did you do to fix it? I am in dire need of help because this kid is driving me crazy. Please, Casey Crew, help me. Please, 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 TT.
Okay, so TT, yes, we did have one child that gave us a decent amount of problems.
Yeah, he gave us a shitload of problems.
His
name was Logan. Logan Casey. That's his name.
When he, between the ages of 3 and how old are you in the first, second grade?
5,
6, 7,
6.
8. Maybe to 7 or 8.
6 is 3rd grade.
What?
I think 6
is not 3rd grade.
Because I remember Jay-Z line. I got more 6s than 3rd grade.
No. Don't go based off of a Jay-Z line.
What did you say? I don't remember what.
Okay, so like 8 or 9 might be 3rd grade.
Okay,
right. So no, I would say maybe till Logan was like 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yes, we did have some problems with Logan when it came to discipline. Logan's thing, and we might have said this before. And sidebar. Sometimes it's difficult for me to remember what we've talked about on the podcast as opposed to what we talk about in the bed or on a car ride.
Correct.
Because this is like normal conversation for us. So sometimes I'm like, wow, did we talk about that before? Or did we mention that before? It's hard to keep up because it's just so regular everyday conversation for us. But with Logan, listen, he damn near drove us out of our minds.
Right.
And it took a lot of persistence with him. It took a lot of patience, and it took a lot of woosah with Logan, because his thing was that, and this is, I think it's really, you know how they talk about nature versus nurture?
Correct.
I think it was very much in his nature to be treated fairly and to feel as though he was being treated fairly. I think that it's in his nature to want an explanation. He has the desire, even up to now, to understand things, especially if it's something involving him or where he's going to end up in a particular situation. If it's close to him, he wants to understand everything.
Correct.
And we had problems, especially, you know, some in school where he may feel as though he was being treated unfairly, like other kids are getting preferential treatment. Like if, you know, 10 questions get asked in a classroom and he raises his hand for all 10 and other children get called on more than once, and he never got called on once himself, he thought that that was unfair. So after class, he may want to ask the teacher, why didn't I get called on? I had my hand up. And it would kind of hit like a red button for him. But that's just a small example. So when it comes to your child, she said that her child is 3?
3 years old.
Okay. I have a friend who is going through something similar with a 5-year-old. And the way that you discipline a child in your home and begin to rear them early on, especially at this age, even starting at 1. Even with Brooklyn, and she's 9 months, I'm starting to tell her no if she's screaming obnoxiously or if she's, you know, fighting or being fussy and it has nothing to do with her being gassy or teething or anything like that. I tell her no. And I have a stern look on my face. So it's a matter of kind of starting early. Kids usually go into the terrible 2s. We didn't really see it so much at the age of 2. We saw it more so with all of our kids, more so going into 3, like after they begin school and they start picking up habits from other children. But it's a matter of I don't want to say making threats. The word threat doesn't sound positive, but making promises. If you tell your child, you are not allowed to do this, and they continue to do it, there needs to be some kind of punishment in effect that you are going to follow through with and not be soft. We love our kids so much that when they need to be disciplined, we falter because we don't want to raise our voice. We don't want to pop them. We don't want to put them in the corner. We don't want to see them cry. We don't want to see the sad look on their face. All of that needs to go out of the window. When it comes time to discipline your children, you need to be stern, you need to be forthright with it, and you need to follow through.
Right.
And that's one thing that with all of our kids, we make sure that we do. You raise your voice and it's not the time or place to raise your voice, you're going to get punished. If you talk back to me, that's a horse of a different color. Right. Now we really have a problem. If you even look like you're about to raise your voice at me, forget about it. You're going to regret even having the thought. And that's the culture in our house. We play, we laugh, we have fun, we roll around. I mean, I have to say, this is a very, very fun household.
Right.
And we're all entwined with each other. Like we're like a hand.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's 5 fingers, but it's, connected to one palm. That's how we are. So I don't want to say that it's a strict household. Most of the time, we don't even get to that point where promises have to be made and whatnot. And as my kids, the older 2, began getting older, I would just have to shoot them a look and they would know not to proceed with whatever they're doing. And I'll see it. Like they'll do something, my face would stiffen up and they would just be like, oh, I guess that was about to be a bad decision, or I'm in the process of a bad decision. And then they would just stop. It's really about discipline. For a 3-year-old, you can start with putting them in the corner.
Right.
I read some books and some articles when the kids were younger, and some teachers have this type of protocol where at the age of 3 you put them in a corner maybe for 3 minutes or something like that. Listen, in my opinion, a 3-year-old can take 3 minutes in the corner.
Okay.
If you want your kid to stop, and listen, this isn't any kind of clinical advice, or I'm just telling you what works in my house. That kid's going to sit in the corner for about 15 minutes. And you know what? All of the crying and carrying on, and tell me if I'm not telling the truth. When I tell my kids stop crying, and I'm talking about the 2-year-old and the 3-year-old, they stop crying.
Right. But you know what I was going to say? To each kid, it's always different. Madison, she never had to get popped. You gave Madison that look and she got right into place.
Madison got popped once in her entire life.
Right.
And I'm a popper. Like, I believe in popping your kids if need be. Like a pop on the back of the hand or a little pop on the bottom. Yeah, I believe in that.
All right. Logan got popped. I popped the shit out of Logan all the time.
It was all the time, but it was definitely more than a few.
All right. And, for that, it didn't necessarily work at times. As a child, it made him fearful of me. The popping didn't work, but actually having conversations with him worked better.
Yes.
And we figured that out. London,
got popped that one time.
London got popped one time, and she probably still talks about that time I popped her. But
wait, hold on. You popped her? I popped London one time.
Oh yeah,
on the back of her hand.
I remember, yeah, because she said,
I don't like you, mommy.
Yeah, you popped her in the back of her hand.
Yep.
I popped her one time too, and then she never.
Why did you pop her?
Remember when I told her don't throw my phone?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She threw my phone.
But I remember she threw the phone out. I don't remember you popping her.
I did pop her. I popped her lightly on her butt.
Okay.
Remember she was talking about it for like a week later. Daddy popped me.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that was that. And Jackson, he's been popped a couple of times.
Wait, when did you pop Jackson?
That one time in the room, remember, we were all together and I took him out and I put him in the bedroom, but it was just me and him, and I popped him on his backside.
Oh, yeah. So he's been popped once.
But, with our kids, after getting popped once, they kind of know where they have to be and what they have to do because they don't want to get pow or anything like that.
Yeah, we call it pow.
But, each kid was different as far as authority. Like, London, I tell her to do something, she does it immediately. Right. Madison, the same way. Logan now, the same way. I mean, if I get mad at Logan, he'll start to tear up.
Yes.
And he's a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't want to see us mad at him and us disappointed at him. So when he feels that disappointment, he cries. You don't have to hit him. You don't have to pop him. You don't have to, do anything. I mean, he's 13.
He doesn't cry. He tears up.
But to tell you, you have to figure out what affects your child.
Yeah.
What bothers him the most, whether it's taking something away, his favorite toy, whether it's putting him in a corner for 10 minutes, whether it's whatever it may be. You have to figure out what works for him, what affects him the most. I remember at 3 years old, Logan, when he was acting up, hated water. He hated taking showers. So Gia and I would walk around with a spray bottle, and if he did something wrong or disrespectful,
we'd squirt him in the face.
We'd spray him in the face, and he would straighten up immediately because he never wanted to get sprayed in the face, and that was his way of, Logan, you want this water bottle? And he would be like, no, I'm fine. And he would act up because sometimes you need that enforcement. And then when he does something good and he does something positive, you have to give him positive reinforcements, whether good job, Logan, thank you for doing that, or you know what, Logan, I'm going to give you this treat, because kids really move off of positive reinforcements.
They do.
So those are the things that I would advise you to try. Popping and spanking, that doesn't work. I mean, it worked when I was a kid, but I didn't get spanked like that.
No, not spanking.
I got popped one time, and then my ass was in order because I didn't want to get popped again. And that's the same thing with most kids. And if he is acting out, if he is having a problem, or he is going through the motions, it's because he's trying to express himself and he's trying to explain what's right and what's wrong. And sometimes popping a child and going overboard doesn't do anything but make it worse. And like you said, you pop him at home When he gets to school, he might use that aggression out on another child. So you have to be extra careful,
Popping is a little bit different. You know, there's a difference between popping a child and beating a child.
Right. Absolutely.
Beating a child is just ridiculous.
Right.
Like, that's just...
It's against the law, too.
Regardless of the law, it should feel ridiculous.
That means they should have locked your mother up, just by the way.
I mean, I got beat.
Right. You definitely got beat.
But, listen, back then, there wasn't this more enlightened way of thinking that people have now. That was just the way that parents parented. Correct. I didn't know anyone that didn't get beat. I didn't have a friend. Like, we would all move according to, the idea of a beating if we got caught doing whatever it was that we were doing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it was different back then. Do I fault my mom for beating me back then? Of course not. I mean, I could have, at the time, I might have been fresh or whatever. And I, quote unquote, deserved it and I expected it. I didn't look at my mom like, oh my gosh, you're a bad mom. But now I just think that people are a little bit more evolved when it comes to parenting. Right. Like back then, nobody was talking about organic food for your kids.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, no, you can get this hot dog, you get this greasy hamburger, you get this barbecue chicken. Like,
you're getting this fast food. It is what it is.
You're getting this fast food because mommy's tired and doesn't want to cook tonight.
Absolutely.
Now there are parents that are like, oh my gosh, I would never feed my daughter fast food.
And I get it and I understand why.
I mean, I'm not one of those parents. My kids get fast food when I feel like it. But, there's just different ways of parenting, and people right now, I think, are trying to be better everything, including parents. So, a little pop here or there to kind of shock a child or to let them know that you mean business. Like I said, that one time, London said, she was like, I don't like you, mommy, because I told her to hold the railing on the stairs as opposed to the railing. And she sees everybody else holding the railing and not the spindles. No. She wanted to hold the spindles. I told her to hold the railing, and she sees everybody holding the railing and she wanted to be like a big girl.
Right.
And when I told her no, she had to hold the spindles because it was more height appropriate and safer for her, she was very offended because she's like, I am a big girl. Right. I am a big girl. And then she was like, I don't like you, mommy. And I was like, what? What'd you say? And now, mind you, she's 3. So that was this year. It might have been maybe...
early in the year.
Yeah, early in the year.
Maybe when she was 2, actually.
Okay, maybe 8, 9 months ago.
It seemed like it was a long time ago, right?
Whatever. And I was just like, what? You don't like who? I was like, you need to come upstairs right now. Come into my room. And she saw my whole demeanor change.
Correct.
And then she started bawling.
Right.
And it's like, okay, come on in here. And now everybody leave. And when she saw me send everybody out the room, then she got really nervous. And I said, you don't like who? And she's like, I said, I don't like you, mommy, because you told me that I can't hold the railing. And I said, now put your hand out, because this is what happens when you say you don't like mommy. Mommy does this for you. Mommy does that for you. Mommy adores you. And you have the nerve to say that you don't like mommy? I told her to put her hand out, and I popped the back of her hand. Mm-hmm. She bawled. I let her bawl. And I said, what's going to happen if you ever disrespect me like that again? You're going to give me pow pow. I said, yes. Are you ever going to disrespect me again? No, mommy, never, never, never. That child has never done or said anything like that ever since. And all it took was a little pop of the hand. Mm-hmm. And of course, I mean, it didn't hurt her, but it was the shock of it. And to know like, wow, wow, mommy just popped me for doing something wrong. Like, I'm not allowed to just be in this house and wild out. They have to know that there are things that they can't get away with.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? And another thing that I cannot stand is when little children like that, toddlers, they cry for the attention or the drama of it. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't take that around here. So today, while we were getting our hair braided, London comes into the room and, hi, mommy. They just came home from school, and there's the hugs and the kisses like they do every day when they come home from school. So then when she was leaving in that part of the house, she has to walk up 3 stairs to get to like the main level. And as she was going up those 3 stairs, she fell and she hurt her shin. Mm-hmm. So she started crying, my shin, my shin. So she comes and she hops in my lap, and I'm rubbing her leg. And Jackson sees all the attention that she's getting, and he starts crying. I said, well, what happened to you? I hurt my leg too. I'm like, you didn't. So he's bawling. So I said, stop it. Cut it out right now. Like, no crying. You do not do that for attention. Right. That is not allowed. Right. Do you understand? And when he started crying, she's crying louder. And I'm like, now you're just being too much. Now both of you stop crying this second. They both shut up so quickly.
Right.
And it's just like, okay. Like that's, and the person I was here was like, wow, it works. It's like that easy. And I'm like, it's not that easy, but they're trained to know what's okay and what's not okay.
Absolutely.
So with her, I think she just needs to figure out what works
and what doesn't.
And sometimes you do need to take things away. But if you take things away, you really take them away. You don't take them away for an hour. Like, okay, you can't play with your dollhouse for an hour. No. Take her dollhouse away for 3 or 4 days. It has to be to a point where they feel it so that they know that there's an actual legitimate consequence.
Absolutely. Well, TT, we wish you the best of luck and hopefully the 3-year-old starts acting right. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's time to get up out of here. We're about to head to vacation. Now, we just want everybody to know out there that we did not go on vacation without doing this podcast. Like, we are literally about to catch a flight right now.
Well, we're leaving in 2 hours.
About 2 hours. So we just wanted to get this podcast in because we appreciate all the support. We're appreciative. Yes. And I'm appreciative for this vacation.
You sure you appreciate it?
Yes, okay. Absolutely. Because we're about to fuck and smash and see if we can get you pregnant on this trip. What? Say something. Okay, fine. Well, we gonna fuck and fuck.
Come on. See, it's just you're too. Okay. It's always too much sauce. All right. Always. We're going to
make love.
And we talk about this when we turn the mics off, and you still come back and do the same thing.
To make love in a proper way and enjoy each other. We're going to stick the penis in the vagina.
All right. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Wait, who did you just sound like? Who sounds like that?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna kill me.
I just made it up.
No. You just sounded like somebody when you did that.
I don't know.
Oh, this is going to kill me. Continue.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for riding with us again. You could always hit up the website, thekcrew.com, or always email us with your questions, thekcrew@gmail.com. That's THEEKCrew@gmail.com.
Sidebar. Right. So I'm sitting here thinking, wait, that was the argument of the week. So it's like what? TT was arguing with her 3-year-old?
No. TT was arguing with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend wanted to pop her more, and she wasn't sure if that was good enough to do because she was feeling like if she popped him, he would go to school and use that aggression on other kids.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I might not be like all there. I'm
just
still
thinking of sex.
My head. No, I'm thinking about a baby. I'm not thinking about sex, dummy.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna give you.
Continue closing out. I'm sorry. I just had to make sure. I'm like, wait a minute. That was the argument of the week.
I'm gonna give you this dummy later on.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm DJ Envy,
and I am Gia Casey,
and that was another edition of the KC Crew.
Toodles.